Hi guys, welcome back. This is another video brought to you by myself, Ryan, because the last time we made a video on the market was at these regions where we outlined that this was looking like a clear, never going to get any better than that, a 5-wave move to the upside, with that being your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then looking for a clean pullback in an ABC fashion, which is what we are looking at right now, in my opinion, where we've come down, got our ABC, and we've even got a wick fill of the previous wick left behind right here, which is unbelievable and great to see. We had a trend-based Fibonacci outlined to the downside that said we would probably look to come and fill these bearish wicks, and that has pinpoint nailed it. And I'm not saying that's done to the downside, because if you do watch my last market update, we had this zone marked out as well for the market to potentially come down to. But at the minute, you can see these zones was very, very tradable with that one final hit to the upside and that clear move down to fill these wicks. So really great to see. A bit of manipulation as well, coming down, making people think that's the bottom and then spiking again. So what a reaction from the zone. Doesn't have to be the bottom there, but what better way are you going to look for a nice clear move like that? You can't ask for much better, really. So I'll just replay the clip that I made a couple of days ago, just when we was back here, so you can see what we were saying, and we'll move forward with some further analysis. But after that, we are going to be looking for moves down. So as everyone starts to get excited in the market again today, whereas a few days ago they was really scared with the bad news down here and not looking to enter, people will be looking to enter the market up here. So at that point, we need to start watching out for pullbacks. And as you can see, it really was a great reaction to the upside, that one last hit to the high before the move down. Now, really, when analysing these time frames, the 4-hourly, you're going to get a lot of manipulation. So you can see this candle here that's been down, up, really manipulating this zone. This is people that are trying to jump back into the market with leverage longs or shorts, whatever they believe. The market is literally trying to wipe them all out in one go. And what that is telling me is that the market is setting up for the rail move pretty soon. But at the minute, it's looking to wipe everyone out who's looking to enter the market. They really just only want the market makers and the big institutions that are looking to trade this and move the market. They want to be the one benefiting from it. They don't want everyone entering the trade, because even though this trade, not everyone thinks the market's going to go up. It's a clear 5-wave move to the upside with a 3-wave move down. Almost too clear, and then that begins, the market makers then begin to add a bit of manipulation in there, because often what you will see when learning Elliott wave is you get your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 3-wave pullback, then it's off and we go. It's never ever like that. So what can we do to mitigate that manipulation that goes on the 1-hourly, the 4-hourly, the daily? We can just zoom out. Let's go to the weekly chart right here and keep our levels on there and just have a look at what is going on here. The market is spiking down, continuously spiking down, and then we are just moving back up. So what's holding the market up here? In my opinion, it is the sign of the market maker building longs in a zone, and these spikes down are designed to make people panic and sell, because for the market maker here to build longs, they really need people to start selling and think it's going to go lower. And you will hear everyone calling for 14,000 Bitcoin. That's all I've been seeing on Twitter recently. 14,000, without a doubt, we're going to go there. But at the minute, I just don't think it's going to happen, because even if we just get this trend line to the downside for even some more manipulation, that lines up at around 15,300. And that would just take liquidity again, and you would probably get another spike to the upside, because I don't think the market makers are going to want to leave behind all this liquidity. There's profit to be made here while people are in fear, and that is really the point to make out here. And even if you just have a look at this formation of the wicks to the downside, the last time we got this was right there, and we got a substantial, well, you might call that a mini move, but we did get a move to the upside. So even in the short term, I am expecting a move back to this region, and even still, that could be part of another move down where we finally get to that 14,000 zone, but first we manipulate everyone into thinking that's the bottom. So this is the way the market makers work. It's never going to be so simple and so easy, but at the minute here on the weekly time frame, let's drown out all the noise. It's looking like accumulation. Even if it is a short-term accumulation or a long-term accumulation, you can't deny that these wicks look like to be accumulation, and that is one of my favorite setups actually, where you get a wick to the downside, a wick to the downside, one final more wick just to get everyone out, because there's something about that Fed test of the trend line that just makes people fearful and panic. Because if you have a look at this example up here, you get your one, you get your two, then you get your final test down here, and that really seems to be the one where people give up, the third one. There's something psychological about that third time where it comes down, people go, oh, I am done with this, and then we get the real move. So even as we are looking at the manipulation on the small time earlier on the 4 hourly, showing us that the market maker is trying to take people out, ready for the real move. So if this is anyone's first time watching, I think it would just make sense to go overall, what is the actual plan here and what am I expecting? Because you can do a lot of ifs and buts on the lower time frame. Yeah, it doesn't really matter too much, but overall, bigger moves, what am I expecting? So I am expecting a absolutely massive move to the upside, and all of this analysis right now is just trying to determine where we are in the waves to the downside before we get that move to the upside. So let me just get that off the screen. What I'm expecting here, if that's the bottom there, and we have a nice, wrong one, and we have a nice 1-2 there, I would expect this right here to be a 5-wave move to the upside. Like this, get us back to that liquidity zone that we talked about earlier. And that would be a perfect time for all of the late people wanting to come back into the market to come back into the market. Imagine how bullish everyone will be up here. But then, of course, after a 5-wave move to the upside, we need a 3-wave pullback. And that would probably come quite deep. And we get some bullish candles here, and then we come down to fill them. And that on the macro could be a higher 1-2 to the upside. So let me just show you that. That would be a 1-2, and after a 2 wave you would be expecting an absolutely massive 3 wave to the upside, something like that. So let's say, for instance, we come up to the 20,000 zone, we come down, fill some bullish wicks. What are the targets? These are the major targets, the 3.618 and the 4.236. That is what we're going to be looking for. So really, on the macro, higher time frame stuff, this is what I'm looking for. And that's all it is. It's literally just an idea, a simple retracement to the upside. We're not begging for new all-time highs. We're not saying it's moon boy time and we're going to 100,000. These waves can be absolutely massive when you don't expect it. So to to benefit from them, you have to expect the unexpected. And as everyone's calling for 14k, I just don't know if we're going to get there. But if we do, it's not too much of a problem because the wave count stays the same. It just means if we come down even lower in this B, whereas we come down in this wave here, come back up and maybe a little bit, and that's another 3-wave move, and that's your bottom there, and then we go for a 5-wave move, it's going to be an even bigger 5-wave move if we do get that retrace to the upside here, and then another hit to the low. Wipe more people out, make more people scared, make them think, oh, that is it, I'm done, and then we shoot fast. So really here, this analysis down here, it doesn't matter too much. If you have your invalidations, let's say down at 12,000 or whatever, it's a percentage loss that you can deal with, and it's not too big. You know, you can have your risk management in play. But if the move to the upside plays out, the risk to reward here is absolutely massive, especially in the altcoin market, in my opinion. So that is why I am trying to play this retrace to the upside, and whether that's a macro 1-2 to the upside and we do go and break all-time highs, fair play, doesn't matter. We'll take some out there and we'll leave a bit in the market to benefit from it, but we'll also take profits along the way, probably at the top of this wave 3 most likely, hopefully a little bit more at the top of wave 5 if we do get this wave to the upside. And that really is the macro plan right now for me in the market, then expecting new lows. But if we don't get new lows and we get new all-time highs, brilliant, we'll benefit from that also. But again guys, it's just an idea. It's not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. This is just my opinion in the market, trying to make sense of what's going on here. So I don't know why I circled that. I just spotted that wick. Might want to come up and fill that at some point. But yeah, that is the macro plan. Take it or leave it. So if that was anyone's first time watching, let me know what you thought in the comments section. You can be truthful. If you liked it, let me know. If you didn't like it, let me know why. Drop a like, drop a dislike, do whatever you like. But also subscribe if you aren't already. Cheers guys, see you next time.